Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Relia Nani. If you are new, welcome. If you're old, welcome. But yeah, I'm just gonna go straight to the point. So basically what I'm going to be talking about today is my business and why I'm launching now, the in between, why I stop and you know So it's more like a chit chat. I just want to let my fans on where I stand right now and what to expect. So, before I stop, before I actually stop the business and stuff like that, it was about 2 years ago. It was going rocky. Not because people were not buying, not because people were not asking to do collaboration, no, nothing like that. It was just me personally going really like like because I felt like there was too much going on, me planning my wedding and the fact that my husband is not from the state and all that was so stressful. And I like to be in control. Like when I'm doing something, I like to be in control. I like to know what I'm doing. I don't know, and I like to go in with my heart set up. So that time of my life was just crazy because that was the point where I thought I could do it. I could manage both the business and planning the wedding and stuff like that. And I did like the Afro Expo Fashion Week tour. I was like, oh my god, like I have to go to Italy, and I felt like the reason why I did that was a wrong way to looking at life. Sort of, I felt like I was doing that because I felt like, okay, if I get married, maybe I will not have the chance to do that. I will not have the opportunity to do that. I feel like getting married is like, oh my god, it's over. But that's not it. It's all about like the community you grew up in, like the story that you hear all the time. Because my dad has a radio. He has a Christian radio, but it's mainly African. And I heard a lot of like crazy story, and it was so scary. At some point in my life, I was actually scared of getting married. And if you be following me for a long time, I actually even say that in one of my video that I used to post this video about wedding and stuff like that. I was so into it, but I just didn't see myself in it. I didn't see myself getting married. And one person that actually know about this is my roommate at the time. Her name is, for this video, I'm just gonna call her Stella. Let's just do that. But she knew about it because we were sharing the same room, and she's Christian and I'm Christian, so we used to pray together and stuff like that. But every night when she's sleeping, maybe I used to have insomnia, so I would be sleeping around like, let's say 3 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, and she'd be gone by maybe 10 p.m. and she just woke up like at 2 a.m. to just go use the bathroom, and she'd be like, Didi, what are you doing up? And I'm like, no, I'm watching this wedding video and I would just be enjoying it. And she's like, oh my god, you crazy? I was like, yeah, I know, right? Wedding is so fun and nice. I like this. That's the time when that Nigerian wedding was popping on YouTube. So oh my god, look at this wedding, so popping, this is nice, I love this. But I just don't see myself getting married one day. You guys, I'm telling you the truth, okay? Real quick, marriage is not an achievement, but it's the most beautiful thing that can happen to a person if you two are equally yoked. But anyway, I'm gonna get back to that later. So I'll just be telling her, and she'll be like, no, Didi, like, she said, marriage is a calling. If yours, you gonna find yours, don't stress it. That girl's crazy. That's how she talk anyway. She just be acting like but deep down, she's, cause we know. If you're watching this, you know. But yeah, so she would just be saying that. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. And then from there, like, I cannot have a different point of view about it. I was just like, oh wow, so it's actually a calling. So why am I stressing? But fast forward, at the time I just roughly started my business, and people will be like, oh, like, Didi, I don't see you like the type of a wife material. You are so busy. You travel all the time. Like, people would just say that, like, and I'll be like, no, like, why are you saying that? I can get married, I can be your wife. What you mean? I'm a nice person. I'm just busy, but I'm a nice person. And then after that, I met my husband. We were talking. I mean, we were dating at the time, and there was this guy. He's a man. He's an adult, and he wanted to do a collaboration with me, like a business collaboration. And we were talking business, and he was like, oh, and I was mentioning how, like, I think I told him my boyfriend was calling or something. He was like, oh, you in a relationship? I was like, yeah, I'm in a relationship. And he was telling me, oh, I don't think you are, as a woman, you can be successful at having a business and at the same time being married. And I was like, who you are to tell me that? I was trying to defend that, but deep down I felt like I received that negative comment about myself. But because I'm real, yeah, and I like to be positive, I was like, nah, like, whatever. So fast forward to the day my husband was going to propose to me, you know, I knew y'all. I knew my husband was going to propose to me that day, the weirdest way ever. I thought I was going to be one of those girls that would be like, hey, crying and doing all those silly stuff. But it was not the case for me because I knew. I jinxed it. I spoiled the whole surprise. But anyway, how? So that day, right, me and my husband and well, my husband's name is Malco, if you don't know him. So that day, Malco came and he picked us up, me and my brother, because I feel like my brother knew about it. So we all went to church together, and after church, I wanted to take pictures, so we started taking pictures and stuff like that. So after taking the picture, I just took his phone, and I was like, you know what, I want to see how the pictures look and stuff like that. And I grabbed the phone, and I was flipping, and then I came across the ring, and I just stopped, and I flipped back to my picture, and everybody was just quiet for like 2 seconds. I just, oh my god, I gave him the phone. And then at that time, after church, we were supposed to go somewhere and then go to his aunt. So the place that he was taking me to with my brother was where he's supposed to be proposing. So I was just, in my head, I was freaking out, and it was, oh my god, like, me and this guy, we be talking marriage for a while, but it's like, it's so surreal when the guy really actually proposed to you and asked you, like, you really want to marry me before he moved forward, So it's like, oh my god, is this really happening? Like, in my head, it was just, like, it was, anyway, so I got home and I couldn't even find the right outfit for my proposal because it was just, you guys, I didn't want it to overdress so he think that I know, and then he might end up not proposing, and I would feel so disappointed and stuff like that. So so we went, and this is what happened. So the whole time we were walking at the place, I was just talking, because when I'm nervous, I talk a lot. So I was just talking about everything, and I was just talking. And whenever he stopped to just say something, I'll pull him. I said, no, let's keep on walking. It was just that crazy. Okay, I was so much. But anyway, so finally we walked the whole place, and this guy was just like, oh, really, like, my feet are hurting. Can we just go and sit down? I said, I was like, this guy, can you give up? Can you give up right now? Some people, they like to sabotage stuff. Not because I didn't love my husband, not because I don't see the future with him. It's just like, wow, like everything that people be saying and stuff like that, all that together is just, But we sit down, and he started talking about marriage, and I was like, hold up, I'm not trying to stop you, but guess what? You know what? My business is important to me. I just told him my business is important to me, and I was talking about my business, and I felt like this guy could just be like, can this girl just be quiet for a second? And then finally he was just like, I'm not asking you to give up on your business. Nobody's even asking you to stop doing what you're doing. I'm just trying to ask you to marry me. I mean, he didn't add the marry me, but then he was like, I'm not, he was like, oh no, really, like, if you marry me, you can still be doing whatever you're doing, it's not that serious. And then he won his knee, and fast forward, but I didn't jump at the time, just because I literally gave the guy a hard time to do what he was supposed to do and make me surprised and all excited at once because I was being annoying. So so that brings me to the point where, like, I stopped my business. it has nothing to do with my husband. It was just me. Like everything was just going really like I was really getting excited over marriage, but stressed over it because I like to be in control of everything that I'm doing. So at the time, I started planning my wedding, and I wanted to, do everything and stuff like that, and it was so stressful. And it's not like people stop buying from me. People will literally call me, they will invite me for event, and I would just turn it down. I'll be like, no, like I'm getting married. That would be my answer. Like if you be in my DM, be like, nah, I'm getting married. It's just an excuse I be giving because I don't know. At the time, that's how I felt. Like it was just not there. I wasn't. It's not just about the money. My business for me is not just about the money. It's about me being present over there. It's a story. It's me being present and enjoying what I'm doing. So anyway, at the time I started, I just thought about doing a last fashion show, because I'm like, I don't know what to expect after marriage. What if I get married and babies start coming and I'm just busy and I can do whatever. So that's when I decided to do the Afro Expo Fashion Week. And I feel like it was the wrong reason for me to do the show. The whole point of me doing that show was me thinking, oh, it's my last event, I'm getting married. It's like now I'm thinking about really getting married. It's not like you dying. I mean, come on, you know. Anyway, so that's what happened. I wanted to do that show, but then me prepping for the show, the budget we had was 8,000, but people literally ended up giving $1,200, which was not enough for even getting an airplane ticket or anything like that. And the fact that I was really being stressed, like acting really rude. I was really stressed and being rude, and like I was so depressed to the point that I was eating everything all the time. So my aunt, my husband aunt, she called me. She was like, you know what, like I would love to support your project, but not like this. I think you have to cancel your project. Yeah, I'm sorry guys that I didn't tell you guys, but that's what happened. He was like, yeah, because you look so stressed, and I don't think you want to go through it this way, and I just want you to talk with your husband about it. So if he agreed that later on you can go back and you can travel and do the show, I would personally like sponsor you with the airplane ticket to Italy and do the show. But for now, the way you are looking is horrible, and I don't want you going through with it like this because your wedding is maybe 4 months or 5 months away. Of was it four? I think it was 4 months. 4 months away, it wasn't fighting. So I was like, okay. So then I told my husband, and that was it. So that's why I never really went back to it. But for that, like, right? So I decided to do something different with the money. And it's not just to invest in my business now, because that's not it. But I don't really want to talk about what I'm doing with that money now, because y'all know I like to surprise people. So you're going to see what's happening with Unibarelia 2019. And I'm excited about it. Don't keep on dreaming. But I still want to take time and thank everybody that supported me for that event then. And Italy we will go, inshallah. Like, by God willing, God plan is always the best, and I'm just trusting God. Okay, anyway, so what brought me to my next one is, I'm launching this Friday, and I'm really excited because, first of all, God kept his promise, and my husband kept his promise, and, he been supportive, and he was there. I remember just getting married, and 3 months later, he was like, really, when are you going back to your business? This guy started saying that. But at the time when I got married, I was just really at this happy place that I feel like I was stressed too much previously before my wedding. Even in life in general, I stressed so much, and I was that kid that was just too much, and I was like, really, where you going with all that? It's the time to enjoy yourself and enjoy life. And I wanted to lay a foundation for my marriage, because I never lived with my husband before. We know each other, but we don't really know each other to the point that living in the same house and stuff like that. So things were different. So I was really, really at a really, really happy place, and I just wanted to keep it that way and not stress the process and just trust God time. That's what I say. I wanted to trust God time. I did not know when I was gonna come back. Never knew that. Today I'm surprised that I didn't know it was gonna be this fast. But I have to build myself in and be ready physically, mentally, spiritually before launching, before coming back. That's what I told myself. I didn't want to stress myself to the point that, oh, because people are doing great and stuff like that, everybody just started doing. Seriously, by the time I was just this way, people were just like this way, like people were just coming out and doing basically almost what I was doing. So I was just like, but I didn't want to rush it. I didn't want to be like, oh yeah, like it's not a competition, it's a calling. So I was just like, okay, let me just relax myself and not pressure myself through this process at all. So that's what I did. I wanted to trust God's timing. And my husband was just like, oh, yeah, when you come back, I'll be like, oh, baby, soon, I'm not ready. And I remember at the time I was going back and forth in between the state and Canada. I was working in the state and, my husband was living here. So it was kind of crazy. But one day, I think it was 3 months after the wedding or so, like 3 or 4 months later, something. My husband called me again and we were on Skype. And he was like, oh, really? I like you. Girl, I thought you were running your mouth about this your business. When I was going to propose to you, what's going on? I said, oh, babe, just trust me. You gonna see. And he was like, and I was like, oh, babe, I'm actually thinking about doing the website. By the way, let me shout out to the guy that has always been doing my website ever since. His name is Mark. Mark, he live in Germany. And I never spent the time on my website, y'all. And I just want to thank him today for being so supportive. But then at this point, I didn't want to stress anybody anymore. I wanted something that, oh, yeah, like, I'm ready to do business. Before, it was not me being ready to do business. Like I said, watch any of my interview, you know more about that. I'm not going to go into that details right now. So I was like, babe, I need the website. She said, yeah, like, okay, so what's up? Like, how much is it? And I was like, oh, I don't know. So I decided to call a friend, not really a friend, but like we know him, like he's from Togo. So I was like, let me ask him how much he's gonna do my business, my website. And the person say $1,000, and I'm like, bro, I just got married. I don't see myself spending $1,000 for that website now. My husband was just laughing at me. He was like, really, do you know that website costs more than $1,000? And I was like, yeah. But hello. What if I become a mom today? I was being so annoying. And he was like, okay, well, really, I don't know what you want me to tell you, but I know you can do that website. So I was like, okay, I will give it a try. So I started. So this website that I'm launching, I did it myself from scratch. And I love it. I'm so grateful I did it because I put my heart into it. And it just reflects my personality. So I love it. It's not too, but it's like, this is home, That's one thing I wanted to do with the website. So I just want to touch up on the fact that, mostly when you see a couple, you see women that give up on their dream just to support the husband dream, and that's crazy. That's really crazy. A lot of time, what I'm talking about, a lot of women done that. I don't know now, but mostly in the past. Because I was reading this interview by a man of New York, and the guy was talking about how his wife, supported him through, and people were commenting, oh, is she actually doing what she want to do herself, or she just here supporting you? Now, I want to talk about that. I want to salute all the men out there that here supported the woman through the dream, and not just them. I support my husband in his ministry, in his project, but his calling is his calling. His calling is not my calling. His calling is his calling, and his calling is not my calling. But the best thing I could do is to support his calling as a wife and be there for him, because I want what's great for him, and because love, that's not envy, it's not jealous, that's not boast, but support. So yeah, when it's good for my husband, I'll be happy because that's my husband. It is working great for him. So yeah, I'll support my husband, but I cannot sacrifice my gift, my talent, my calling just for him. And that's the mistake that people do in the, I don't know, I don't even want to put it in the bus, but that's a mistake that people usually do as a woman. You cannot give up your calling for somebody else. And I salute all the men out there that understand that and support the women as well and the wife as well, because Whatever God gave you is for a purpose. And you don't want to die and go there to God and be like, God, you know what, like, I know you gave me this, but I was busy supporting my husband. No. And that's one thing I just cannot do. I support my husband and he support me and he's there for me. So that's it. Because if we both go to God, we'll be like, oh, God will be like, yeah, but well, girl, I gave you this gift and you were able to use it. And God, I give you this gift. But if I had to give up my gift, everything, and just be like, oh, my husband, I don't know what I would be able to tell God. And that's just my opinion, you know. So I'm just really grateful that my husband was able to, you know, to um to honor his promise, you know, because some men out there are crazy. He could be like, girl, no, you know, really, nah, I don't think this is the time. I don't think you should do this, and women, we literally listen to our men because their opinion really do matter. Not really, but that's your man. Like sometimes he will say you want to be doing your own thing, but at the same time you feel somehow. You don't want to feel that. But if the guy say, oh, you know, God, you got this. I support you 100. Then you full in it, you know. And I support men that are living that reality of Christianity and of just being human and being a man and just really loving, because that's love, not being selfish. Because at the end of the day, like, I want to be that woman that, like, if I ever have a daughter, I want her to look at me and be like, yeah, my mama does not play, so I can't play, you know. That's I want to be an example to my children, and I want my husband to be able to be an example to our children. So yeah, you know, if you're a woman, you're out there, you have a calling, you have a vision, please don't give up. Please don't give up, you know. And one thing I'm doing right now, I'm learning lately is, you know, I just got to that point where I'm like, oh, I'm trusting God timing. I'm trusting God timing. I don't want to rush God timing, you know, because my business was supposed to learn 2 weeks ago, and I even made the announcement, but something was not going right, and I didn't want to stress it. I just like, you know, let me trust God timing. I'm trusting God timing. So that's what I did, and it paid off. You know, it paid off. So I'm learning to be really mentally positive, and also, you know, like, trusting God's timing, not rushing the process, but enjoying the process. So that, I know that's a long story, but I just wanted to chit chat with you guys and just encourage somebody out there, because I like to share my story. It's more like a testimony, you know. You know, you can go shh and never get back up, but the fact that you can go shh and come back up, it's awesome. I didn't do it by myself, but you know, God was in the midst, and it's it's God calling. You know, as human, we have to understand that there's two types. Like, the brain is divided into two. There's one that is more creative. I have that. I'm more creative, and there's the other one that's scientific. And you know, if you have that, be the best daughter you can be. You don't necessarily have to be a business, because not everybody's being a business. If you are a lawyer, be the best you could be. You know, do it in a way that nobody can understand, and just bring something different to the table. You know, that's what I'm saying. You know, because certain things are gift, and if you enjoy doing it, you're never going to get bored. But if it's not a gift and you're just doing it for the money, it's crazy. You know, because my business to me is from here. I live it, I love it, I do it every day, over and over again. So I really just want to encourage somebody out there to never give up, even when it's not going according to how you plan it. Trust the process, you know, trust the process. Thank you guys so much, and I hope you enjoyed this time with me, and peace out. Well, guys, don't forget, I will put this the link to the subscription button to my website, and take a look at my website, and don't forget to shop unique by bro. Yeah, I love you guys so much.